Hello again. So, I decided to do a reading to hear what God has to say, because there's all this talk going around about uh homosexuals doing reggae music. Now, I have my own opinions about it, but I think it's better to get the information from the creator itself as to what God wants us to know about the matter. Because I understand a lot of people are upset in a certain way when it comes to the matter, because really and truly reggae music is like it's direction. It's always been a music about guiding people towards the creator, guiding people towards their higher self, um making the world a better place. But the lines get blurred a little bit because we tend to mix up our emotions. And the thing is about life is not really black and white. It's all kind of different shades of gray. Okay. And is it wrong for someone who is doing reggae music to be a bisexual or a homosexual? That's the question. What does God think about it? Okay, because we don't need to be going at each other's throats. I understand that it's not acceptable to be, because I mean, musicians, they are the guides for the younger generations. Older people may be a little bit harder to sway, but the younger people will be more impressionable and easy to sway this way or that way. So whatever message we're putting out there, the younger people are going to be taking it in and making it their truth. Okay. And whatever we choose to do with ourselves, we have to pay the consequences, whether it be good consequences or bad consequences. Everything comes at a price, you see. So the thing is that I feel a lot of people are worried about is, how is homosexuality going to sway the younger generation, and is it in a healthy direction, you see. So I don't think that a lot of them are angry with the people themselves per se. They're kind of, I would say they're more scared, they're more concerned about the implications of mixing those two elements together. Okay. So yeah, let's find out what God thinks, because we all have our own opinion and we have a right to our opinion, but we have to know how far to go in our expression of our disapproval and or approval of these touchy subjects. Okay. So let's see, homosexuality and reggae messengers. That's what I'm calling this one. What does God want us to know? What God wants us to know about mixing these two together. So where do we find these answers? Please give us clear messages that all the masses can understand. Thank you. So, homosexuality and reggae messengers, what do you want us to know? Okay, let's start here. So, we humbly seek your guidance, Most High. We humbly seek understanding. We thank you in advance for your guidance. for enlightenment. Okay, let's see what God wants us to know. Okay, God says magic. Let's read on. Perception. Fortuity. That's divine blessings, divine guidance. Authenticity towards our truth. Mother Nature. What is natural? Got rejuvenation of our identity. We got guilt, venture, victimhood, awakening to your self-worth, wisdom, kindness, romance or love. All right, let's take a closer look there. So right away, the magic, perception, fortuity, authenticity, nature, rejuvenation and identity. So what God is saying here is, you may not want to see it, a lot of people may not want to mix the two, but there's magic in this. The magic being gaining clarity, perception, fortuity. So it's like there's divine guidance. It's going to open up our intuition, our authenticity. It creates conversation, okay, so that because I don't think that it's fair to have just, or to see just one side of the coin. Everybody is entitled to see both sides of the coin so that they can make their own choice. Because really and truly, there's such a thing called divine mathematics. Now, we may not like everything that's happening. We may not agree with it. But sometimes God takes us around in circles, up, down. Even if we're just going from here to here, God will take you all like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and before it takes you there. Why? Because there's a lot of lessons to be gleaned, a lot of lessons to be learned along this path. So while you're doing all that rigmarole before you get to your destination, you're learning a lot that you would not have learned otherwise. So the exposure is good. That's what I'm getting from this message, okay? Because it's allowing people to get to know their authentic self, okay? It's allowing people to come to terms with their natural self. It's a rejuvenation of their identity, okay? So we have guilt, venture, victimhood, awakening, self-worth, wisdom. Guilt, we know what guilt is. Venture is a task that you go about, like a challenge, and the challenge is victimhood. Then we have awakening and self-worth, then wisdom. So it's like, it wasn't right. It's not right to throw guilt or to victimize someone who is of this status. That's the message I'm getting. I have my own opinions, but I have to give you the message that God is saying. Because me personally, I wouldn't mix the two. But it's not about us and our personal opinions. It's about God. Okay, and I think that this here is a better idea than what I have in my head and what many people have in their head, because everybody is like black or white. You don't have to condone it, but you don't have to condemn it either. Everybody should have the right to be their self. Now, if you're worried about your children being influenced by this kind of lifestyle, they have their own life to live. We don't have to like it, but at the end of the day, we give birth to them. We're basically just a channel. They're not our children. They are God's children before they're our children. We are God's children before we are our parents' children, because we choose our own path. You see? So, yeah, so now this here, this victimization is basically gonna bring an awakening about one's self-worth. It's gonna bring wisdom and kindness and love. Okay, let's continue reading. Then we have wish, and we have fickleness, abandonment, abundance, celebrations, announcement, shame. So this is saying that the wish, there's a wish here for these people to be unstable, and for them to be abandoned, for them to not be abundant, not have celebrations. And there will be an announcement of shame. Let's read on. Then we have laughter, and we have healing, and we have rejection, and then we have divine love. Okay, and knowledge. Then we have listening, and then we have discernment. That's beautiful. So what I'm getting from this is we don't have to wish it on anybody, because people are going to naturally come to the understanding of the wrong turn that they made. It's a life experience. So we have wish, fickleness, abandonment, abundance, celebrations, then announcement of shame. So this is like someone admitting that they made the wrong turn. So whether that takes a month, a year, 10 years, 50 years, or whatever, they're going to come to the awakening, and they're going to laugh about it. Laughter, healing, rejection. Okay? And then we have divine love, knowledge, listening, and discernment. So what is going to happen here is people are going to learn from these people's experience. Okay? Because it's one thing to stand outside of something and throw your opinions here, there, and everywhere. It's another thing to actually be in it and to be able to testify about the experience, testify about what is and what isn't, as opposed to just be imagining. So it's not just something that is being perceived anymore. It's something that's actually being lived. And once they live it, then they can come back and teach. Who knows what these artists are meant to do or be in the future? Everybody has their own path to take. And at the end of the day, if what they're doing is wrong, then they are the ones that have to take account for it. If what they're doing is right, then they're the ones who will be rewarded for it. And to me, this looks like it's neither here nor there. God is saying, be yourself, be true to yourself, accept that it is divine guidance, and it's going to lead you somewhere that is going to be beneficial to you and the masses in the long run. You're going to learn something from it. So there's no need for all the fighting and all these things, because positivity is positivity, right is right, wrong is wrong. It's like they are who they are in their personal time, but what are they putting out into the world? Even if they put out that you should love girls, or a girl should love a girl, sexually, and a man should love a man sexually, even if they put that out, those who resonate with that message have the right to enjoy that message. Whether it's just for now, whether it's for their whole life, whether it's something that they will come to reject later or whatever, it's their journey. We don't have to like it, or we don't have the right to step on them. We don't have the right to condemn them. That's what I'm getting. We don't have the right to condemn them. Leave all judgments to God. You see? We are all free to our own opinion. And that's the way it will always be. There's no need for the division. Just represent for your side. You see? Let them live their life. Even your children. If your children choose to live that lifestyle, then it's either you want to be around them or you don't. But they have the right to live their life. You see? Let's see what else God wants us to know. There's that magic again. So we have core values. Follow your heart and make your values a priority. Core values. Follow your heart and make your values. Oh, camera, stop, give me trouble. I want you people to see it. Make your values a priority. Flipping heck. I want you people to see it, because this is not a matter to play around with, because people take this thing very seriously. It can cause a big problem. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it says follow your heart and make your values a priority. So that means mind your goddamn business, basically. So if we have either person from either side of the fence wanting to step on another one or condemn another one's lifestyle, all of you need to mind your motherfucking business and make your values your priority. So heterosexuals, make heterosexuality your priority. And homosexuals, make homosexuality your priority. Live and let live. Right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the magic touch. You are accessing true magic from deep within. Yeah, that's what's up. So by us sticking to our core values and representing for your side, that's the magic touch. So everybody that come and hear your music or hear about your lifestyle, hear their music and their lifestyle, they have they have the right to choose. They have the freedom to choose, because now they have information about either side. You know what I'm saying? And we have universal bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. And then we have power struggle. You may be involved in a power struggle between two or more people. And that's exactly what the problem is around here. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to hold the card. Okay, let's show you the core values card now then. Yeah. You live and you learn. So yeah. So God is saying, like, you have the power. You have the power to mind your business and represent for your side. You have the power to live and let live, because this power struggle is not okay. We have increase. You have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. And then we have support team. 2 minds are better than 1. 3 minds are better than 2. And 4 minds are unstoppable. Represent for your side. It's as simple as that, folks. Stop the fighting. Universal flow. It is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. And then we have spiritual growth. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. That's why I was trying to say about that rigmarole before God takes you to wherever you want to go. No matter what you're trying to achieve, there's always that rigmarole kind of journey. Usually you don't get to go straight, especially if you're trying to achieve something humongous. It's usually twists and turns and twirl and all these things. All right. So you are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Whether you're heterosexual or you're homosexual, you are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. We need to live and let live. Because how would you like it if they were to stand up against heterosexuality in the way that people stand up against homosexuality? It would be chaos, and it wouldn't be a great experience either. All right? So whether you think that heterosexuality is the natural flow of life or whatever, those are your core values. You stick to your core values. It works for you. Okay? Everybody is entitled to choose their own path. That's the whole point I feel God is trying to make here. Follow your heart and make your values a priority. Let me show you one more time. Then we have auric field. It is time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. Protect yourself, no matter what side you represent. And then we have self-sabotage. You may be creating pain for yourself by standing in your own way. Interesting. So then we have past life connections. You are currently healing past life wounds. Excuse me. And then we have empath. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. That's what really got me. And what I got from that when I first saw it is like, you don't need to share the same opinions as other people. Next we have mirror. Everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. So everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. Yeah, so what I was getting with this, you may be confusing other people's energy with your own, is just because someone has a certain opinion or just because someone expects you to have a certain opinion don't mean that you have to share that opinion. Okay? Because you still have to take account for the opinion that you choose to hold, whether you are influenced by someone else or not. So search your own self, follow your own heart, and make your values a priority. So if you feel that people should live and let live, then that's what you practice, that's what you preach. Whatever you feel, that's what you practice and that's what you preach. But make sure it's what you feel. Don't try to stand up for something in a way that someone expects you to. Don't get involved just because you feel that that's what expected of you. Or don't get involved in a way that you feel that is what is expected of you. That's you valuing other people's opinions more than you value your own. Follow your own heart and make your values a priority. So then we have this mirror energy coming next. Everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. And we can only be what we are in our inner world. Okay? Because so a man think, he shall do. If you don't believe in that, then obviously you're not going to do that. If your children don't believe in that, then they're not going to do that. If your sister, your brother, your nephews, whoever you care about that you don't want to walk that path, don't believe in that, they're not gonna be that. But if it's in them, then that's what they're gonna be. And we have positive life changes coming next. Positive life changes are ahead if you choose to trust in the process. And then we have seeker of truth. You can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. Yeah. So, one has to seek within their own self to gain understanding of why they feel how they feel, why they believe what they believe, why they choose to walk the path that they choose to walk. Understand self. And know that positive life changes are ahead if you choose to trust in the process. So if that's your path, then walk your path with pride. Whether you're heterosexual or you're homosexual. There's no need for the fighting, there's no need for the war, there's no need for the bickering. Represent for your side. Simple as that. People change. Someone that you know to be heterosexual today could turn into a homosexual shortly. And someone that you know as a homosexual could decide this is not the life for me. I'm going to be a heterosexual again. And shit, they have the right to do that. Just know what you're doing with your life. That's what's most important. Who are you? What do you represent? See. Let's get the last message here. And I don't think I need to get any more decks because to me this sums up. I figured this is what God would say, obviously, because God is a just God. God is a fair God. I didn't expect anything more. But you have a right to your opinion, and that's exactly what God is saying. If you want to be hetero, but allow a homo to be a homo in peace. If you want to be a homo, but allow a hetero to be a hetero in peace. Represent for your side. That's what's up. Shit. Oh my God. So God basically sums up everything that was said over there in this here. It says limitless possibility, represent for your side, be who you want to be, reconciliations, resonating. So who has that inside them is gonna be that, and who don't is just gonna, they're not gonna be that. Who wants to be hetero will be hetero, and who wants to be homo will be homo. It's as simple as that, because they resonate. And then we have revelation. So yeah, the reconciliations. So limitless possibility, reconciliations, wailing tree, resonating, and the whale song, revelation, an unmarked trail. Okay, let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have groupthink, mindful, groupthink, lost in space, needing direction, eye of the needle, intentionality, Live with purpose. Live with direction. And then we have Willow the Wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. And that's what this was about. It's like you're being guided to positive life changes if you choose to trust in the process. We saw that over there. So it's like I said, no matter which side of the coin you're on, you're gonna learn things that you can teach. No matter if you're hetero or you're homo, you're gonna learn things that you can teach. Because we hear all sorts of things about homo lifestyle and stuff like that. But we don't know what's true because we're not living it. So somebody is going to teach us a thing or two about it so we can understand it. You see? But we can't get that kind of dialogue going if we're going at each other's throats. You see? Okay. There's that reconciliations. So that's what that is saying. So yeah, if you're gonna be treating someone like that, then they're gonna shut down, and there won't be no coming together. There won't be no understanding each other. There won't be any growth. Give these people their respect and command your respect from them as well. You see, no side is greater than the other. Resonating and revelation. Okay, now it makes sense to me. So limitless possibility, reconciliations, resonating, and revelation. So that's talking about people choosing to be who they want to be, and we need to reconcile with each other. We need to be able to commune with each other with respect. Okay? So that we can resonate with each other. We can be on the same wavelength so that we can have understanding, revelation. Groupthink. Okay, that's why the groupthink came in, and needing direction and intentionality and treasures hidden in the shadows. Bang. That's it. Repairing the veil. Forgiveness. See? So we need to cut the crap. And we need to pay attention in class. Take a bold step forward. Forget what other people expect of you and be yourself. Be true to your core value. And that's it. So, thank you so much for watching, peoples. Until the next headline come out. Ta-ta.